Hello, and welcome to a playthrough of SpellForce Conquest of Eo. Made by, owned by Gravity, as far as I am aware, and published by THQ Nordic. It is a $30 game on Steam. I think you can get it on Epic as... Actually, let me check real quick. Can I get it on Epic? Ooh, yes, I know. Epic just started updating itself. Let's see. Yes, you can get it on Epic. It is, just in case, it is $30 there as well, so you're paying the same price, whether you buy it on Epic or on Steam, unless Steam's having a sale. But, you know, $30 wherever you get it. My hype for this game, it just looks like an interesting game, and I've got some time to kill, so I gave it a shot. I expect this to be, the episodes to be roughly 45 minutes to an hour long. I don't expect this to be a particularly long playthrough, maybe 30 to 40 hours. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. Start campaign. So, choose your archetype. Okay. Also, 30 bucks in good old games. GOG. Thank you very much. I was not aware of that, Gary. Yes. GOG is usually the best choice. But I mostly use Steam just because. Alright, so we have a choice of Alchemist. Being an Alchemist, a master of bottled elements. Brew potions, concoctions to support your soldiers in combat, summon magical triggers, and control nature itself. For lots of options in combat to overcome the odds with clever use of resources. Crafting is alchemy. Okay. Primary school nature, secondary school enchantment. Don't know what any of that means. I mean, I can guess. So I guess crafting is a component of this game. There's primary school. I'm gonna, again, this is a $30 game, but I prefer in games where you're choosing a primary and a secondary school, if it's more along the lines of, alright, your primary school, you get full access to everything, so nature. So, let's assume there's 10 tiers. Yeah, I know. And potions. So I'm guessing, I assume there's resources, so I guess that means we need plant resources. But I prefer, like, primary school and then 2 sub-schools. So, like, nature, you'd go up to, we'll say, tier 10. And then enchantment and whatever would be max tier 60. You know what I mean? That's just the way I usually balance things when I make my worlds. But I don't know how this is going to work. So, okay. Necromancer. Be a necromancer, an artist of life and death. Harvest souls from the bodies of the fallen, create your horde, and flood the lands with your servants. Play style for big armies, but will happily sacrifice individual units. Crafting necromancy. I assume we're gonna... Oh, now this is interesting. I assume you're gonna need bodies for that. Like, it would be nice with crafting, necromancy, primary resource, this. Alchemist, alchemy, primary resource, this. Know what I mean? Death and death. So, a primary school can also be a secondary school. That is interesting. Be an artificer or create artificer? Artificer? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. I've been watching a ton of Age of Wonders 4 videos. I am going to have a ball with that game. I am curious how many story campaign maps there are in Age of Wonders 4. Because I played through the entire campaign of Planetfall. And I think I am, as far as I am aware, one of a handful of people to do that and put up the full playthrough on YouTube. Most people either did like a few maps and stopped. Maybe they did just the first game and stopped. But I did the entire first game, all the DLC. Okay. So at least 4+. Interesting. Okay. Be an artificer. Faster? Facer? Artifact. My accent keeps kicking me. Artificer, a creative magical items. Craft lifts and artifacts to provide your troops with a multitude of different upgrades and wrest secrets from the earth itself. Fisser? Artificer. Thank you. That's probably a better way to do it. Artificer. Crafting. Artificing. Artificing? Artificing. Great. What's the primary resource? Unknown. I'm gonna guess minerals, because robots take metal. So metals. Primary school Earthmaster, secondary school Guardian. Alright, let's see what custom is. Yeah. I will tell you right now, if I'm looking at custom like, we're probably gonna do Artificer. If I can't make a custom mage, I'm happy. So let's do custom. Continue. There's only 3 choices. Again, $30 game. Okay. Oh, here. See here. See here it says or. Right? Bigger armies and rotten flesh, but does not heal easily. So I'm guessing that you are... So I'm guessing the playstyles are Swarm, rough on... You can't really heal units, and you're using bodies. Know what I mean? Jack of all trades, using potions. You need plants. Plants make potions. Small elite armies, which is usually my playstyle in these type of games. And ore. So we'll take Artificing. Mentalism. Enchantment. So death. Learn the best way to weaken your enemies and charge them with undead forces. Unmatched by living troops. Your curses will be the last thing they hear. Create and maintain undead or corrupt and enslave the living. Earthmaster. Hands. Strengthen your troops and exploit the riches. Eel holes. Improve your crafting and shape the earth to enhance your troops. To share more of its... Oh, wow. Okay, so Earthmaster... Or share more of its resources with you. Oh, so that tells me... That's true. But I get the feeling... Plants, animals, metals. But they might dip into but the primary resource. So yeah, but you're right, could be animals as well. So Jack of all trades, Swarm, Elites. So do Elites. Enchantment. The world is your playground and you bend the rules ever so slightly in your favor, adding fantastical creatures to your ranks. Yeah. Summon and improve fantastical monsters, reach your own place with ease, and research new spells faster. So, but this isn't telling me... I guess we're just gonna do Artificer then. Although Earthmaster Mentalism could be... Because I don't want... I'm not a first priority. Keep them alive and healthy. Protect and strengthen and bring light to the world and defend against the dark arts. Mentalism with only a touch of magic. Nature. So this is all... I get... Right, Earth Guardian. I might not do Earth Guardian. I might do Earth Enchantment. And see how that plays out. Research new spells faster. And then we can supplement... Alright, and then Mentalism. That's what I'm thinking. Earthmaster... Mainly because, or share more of its resources with you. So I think this almost, if you're doing Artificer, I think this almost has to be your primary. I could be wrong. Either Earthmaster or Enchantment almost has to be your primary. Ready to kiss the earth. Play with the minds of your own enemies. Manipulate the local population into loving you. That could be interesting. And then Nature. Oh, alright, yeah. The wildlife around you will rise to help you overcome any challenges in your path. Even the plants bow to your will. That explains why the potions bend flora and fauna to your will, bolster your ranks and improve your troops, search for primordial places to unleash nature's wrath. Interesting. So I think we're gonna do Earthmaster. But, see, I don't know. Again, $30 game, but it still needs to tell me what's the benefits between setting this as primary and this is secondary. You know what I mean? Great. What does choosing this as a secondary school mean? Am I going to be limited on spells? Is there going to be, maybe I can still research everything? It just takes a little longer. Do I get access? This just great. Like, again, I understand it's a $30 game, but this info is important. I shouldn't have to play through the game. Like, well, I've started the game, and now, okay, it's not working the way I want it to, and now I need to restart. No. Bad. Tell me, what does this mean down here? This is all this space. Because you have chosen enchantment as a secondary school, you are limited to, in the spells you will research in the enchantment tree, enchantments might cost a little extra, you know. Because you have chosen Earthmaster as the primary school, you'll get first full access to all the spells, and the resources in Earth. You know what I mean? Right, exactly. A good strategy game gives you all the information you need to make a choice. And honestly, again, it's a $30 game. It's annoying, but because it's a $30 game, it's not gonna like knock massive points off for it. But this, tell me more. What does choosing this down here? You've got all this space. Does this mean? I get full access to spells and reduced cost and things for this? And if I choose this, there's a penalty, like, you know, there's a, you know, you get full access to spells and research costs half as much. An Earthmaster. You know, why if I choose a Necromancer is it death and not death mentalism or death enchantment? Why would that ever be? Why would you ever want to focus that much? But we're gonna do Earthmaster and enchantment. Again, they're not giving me the information. No idea what that means. Okay. Sparse and Ore. Challenge medium. Rich in ore, but challenge tough. So are we playing through each of these? Well, let's do Golden Fields. If we're playing, we might only just do this first map. I'm gonna be honest. So, challenge pleasant. So, easy, normal, hard, super hard. Goblins, bandits, and insects, resources, cultivated plants, sparse and ore. So have I screwed myself over? We're gonna find out. Accessibility, civilized central region. Select antagonists. How many antagonists are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. 4 slots. Alright, so no matter what, it's 4 slots. I'm just gonna keep it random. I mean, I don't know. Again, I mean, wide array of features, although what his goals are remains a mystery. Great. No, it doesn't look like I can lock slots. So it's always 1v5. And I assume each one has their own unique stories? So I guess there's some replayability there. Like if you get... Alright, looks like you can't double up, which is good. So if you get these 4, yeah, you could potentially... do a different mix. We're gonna keep it on random. Because again, it's not telling me much. So, but there is some replayability there. Okay. Interesting. So this choice cannot be placed. Oh, interesting. So you can do story mode, weak stacks, rare attacks, time to explore. Interesting. How often the AI attacks the tower. How strong they are. Economy and battle difficulty. So I see this is good. So I'm guessing plus 30% health, plus 20% health. Oh, maybe not. I'm guessing plus 30% health, plus 15% health, no extra health. So this is actually really well done. We're gonna do Explorer, because that was the default. So yeah, okay. Depending on how long this map takes us, we might do 2 playthroughs. I'm not going to promise more than that. At least 1. So rare attacks, time to explore. Balance stacks. Balance. Oh, I don't like that. The setting determines the amount of loot you get and also how long depletable locations can... So resources deplete. Oh. So I'm gonna say this right now. If resources deplete, that means a magic primary that makes, like, that might do something like, oh. It can be taken or leave it. I am a fan of 4X games having rare resources deplete. Oh, it did? I didn't notice that. And basic resources never deplete. So kind of a mix. But if that means if we go back, did it say it on the starting screen? Oh, there's actually a tutorials. Oh, is this... Oh, this is not good. Alright, well... So, custom mage, artificing, earthmaster, enchantment, golden field. Oh, okay. So it was in the splash screen. Random. But that means if resources deplete, a primary school that allows you to get more resources for your buck. So every 1 gold you mine becomes 2. Every 1 ore you mine becomes... could be incredibly powerful. So we're just gonna go with Explorer, since this is our first playthrough. You from the Citadel of the Shapers. Okay. I'm... like, RTSs... yes, fine. depletable resources. A 4X game? Yeah, mitigating at least. A 4X game can cause issues. So it's that thing like, oh. Harvesting plant yields many useful, not just for alchemists. So yes, it looks like for alchemists, primary resource plants. I still might want to, but my primary is probably going to be ores. Are we starting? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, still going. Pitted humans, dwarves, and elves against orcs, trolls, and dark elves. Ventured from the guardians. Okay. Yeah. Most locations provide income. I'm not sure I like that. We'll see. When a message from your master told you, there's gonna be a lot of reading. Yeah. I think I played SpellForce 2. I'm pretty sure I played SpellForce 2. I don't think I ever got around to SpellForce 1 and SpellForce 2. So, when a message from your master told you he had discovered a way, channel the All-Fire and urged you to come to his tower, and quickly gathered your entourage. I'm okay with that. And set out. The letter contained little more than his note and a small flute, exquisitely carved and bearing your master's sigil, or sigil, however you want to say it. He seemed to fear running afoul of the circle of mages, the most powerful covenant of magic users on Eo. This tower, now before you, bears signs of a terrible battle having raged there. Welcome to SpellForce, Conquest of Eo, Great Mage. You can disable tutorials in the options menu. You can also revisit the tutorial sections of the menu. And the camera using WASD. It's not letting me do it. Great. I'm holding down the left mouse. Okay. Select any unit location by left clicking on it. To deselect this, left click again. Anywhere outside the object. Yeah, see, it's... Okay, so I can do it, but I'm going to be using WASD more often than not. So we're just going to go into settings, I think you're right, and disable border scrolling. No scrolling, we'll use WASD. Yeah, or I can hold it down, all good. So we're headed to the tower. Oh, right here. Gold. Mana. Mastery. Okay. Research. All-Fire. Interesting. You can convert All-Fire into other resources. So, as long as you're getting All-Fire, you can win. Factions, active spells. Yeah. Very nice map. Left. This is a stack. Stacks contain several units, but are limited to only one apprentice or hero. Use stacks to explore the world, battle enemy stacks, and resolve adventures. Clicking below, select a stack and move a cursor over the hex you want to move to. A path is shown. So very basic stuff right now. Path is shown, displaying. Alright, you can't see awaiting orders week 1, day 1. So I am going to go ahead. There you go, and just tick that right up there. So it looks like this whole area over here isn't being used. So right now that looks like a good spot for the map. Each unit has a limit of each turn, and some hedges have more points to move through. Alright, that makes sense. So if I left-click, it deselects. So, this is the unit screen, which provides detailed information on selected units. On the right are the unit's active and passive abilities. On the left is the unit's display, its current level, and the experience bar. Once a unit has gained enough experience, you can also level it up here. Alright, hover over an ability to gain more information on it. Fireball, attack, move, guard. Mines a mineable location on the world map together, or having several units with this ability stacked decreases time required. Expendable. Okay, looks like there's willpower. So we've got health, unit power, speed, willpower. These units can have white and death damage or spells. Each part reduces received damage by 1. The current value changes based on how well the battle is going and affects a unit's fighting power. If it's confident, they probably get bonuses. If it's negative, bad things happen. Okay. Interesting. So there's willpower against white and death. So right now we're reducing white and death spells by 7. And we're reducing physical and elemental damage spells by 1. Interesting. That's an interesting way to do it. Okay. We've got expendable, follower, and requires no upkeep cost because it is a devout follower. Multiple boosts do not stack. Out near. Oh, but because it is of fantastical origin, it cannot gain experience. Interesting. Okay. Whereas our goblin brawlers, they don't get the bonuses to health, armor, or damage. Huh. Okay. But they can level up. Melee, move, guard, expendable, feral, plus 6 damage against units that are shielded. Interesting. Replaces enslaved. So you can either... So it's a goblin. But because it's a goblin, it has -5 health and -3 willpower. Interesting. And this is another goblin. Okay. Ally unit. Okay. Is there... Awaiting orders. There's the hex grid. That's staying on. We're grabbing that ore. Okay. So this... Let's unclick this. This is a location that provides you with resources when inside your domain, or affects the stack when the stack enters its hex. Some locations have boons you can collect that recharge on a weekly basis. I'm getting kind of a mix of Heroes of Might and Magic in here. So, enables hiring of soldiers when inside my domain. Unit snipers. Oh, so if we fight in here and I control it, I get snipers. Oh, that's neat. And units in here regenerate health with a 50% bonus. Grants faster, and 10% cheaper room crafting when inside your domain. Unexplored for ore, and it provides gold. 12 turns. Jeez. This is a harvestable plant. A 4-move unit is able to harvest or mine, for example, workers, onto an extract level. Several turns and moving units off will stop the process. I don't like that. But I'm wondering if I could turn all fire into gold. Yeah. I have fond memories of Heroes of Might and Magic, but I am a larger fan of Age of Wonders. I'm trying to think. Oh, Total Warhammer. So, alright, so let's go ahead and move this here. The corpses and debris marking the fight inside the Great Hall of your Master's Tower fill you with grief for him. Instinctively, your hands go to the flute he sent you with his letter. You trace the fine carvings with your fingers and memories of your time here flood your mind. Suddenly, the flute seems to hum and vibrate, and a small sound emanates from the flute. The sound morphs into a flute melody, and with it, shadowy images slowly begin to appear across the hall, figures taking form before becoming more solid and taking the shape of two groups facing each other, weapons drawn. That's true. I think... How do I word this? To me, Planetfall is one of the best sci-fi RTS games made. Sci-fi 4X games made. I think they did a great job. There's a lot of replayability there between mixing and matching the tech trees and how they did that. I think they did a great job with that. I understand it's hit or miss because it's not in space, but for a planet-based sci-fi 4X, I feel it's one of the best ones. You see your old master leading one of the groups. This must be the Battle of the Tower. If you're playing Age of Wonders 4 and like the combat, it is a direct copy of the combat from Planetfall. The only tweak is the magic spells. They call it something else. Otherwise, yeah, if you're enjoying the combat in Age of Wonders 4, you should, unless there's something I'm misunderstanding, you should also enjoy the combat in Planetfall. It's a 1-to-1. Like, they made Planetfall to try out that combat system and then threw it into Age of Wonders 4. Yes. Alright, we're going to do the combat tutorial. I will say that there are more options in Age of Wonders 4. As far as the auto goes. Because in Age of Wonders 4, you can watch the combat, set it to auto combat, let it play out, un-auto combat, make a few moves, click, and that sort of thing. You can't do that in Planetfall. It's either all manual or auto. The retry option in Age of Wonders 4, where if you hit auto, it plays and goes, do you like this outcome? Do I want to retry it? That is from Planetfall. But yes, I will give Age of Wonders 4, there is far more control in what you can auto and not auto. Probably. Let's go ahead. Alright, so combat is the heart of your path to victory. It's played in alternating turns and ends when one side has been vanquished. The defending army begins. Okay. Now the real question is, are there zones of control? Now is your time to act. Select individual units to give them orders. Once everyone has acted, end your turn. Each unit has 3 actions available per turn. You may spend all of them to attack. Execute abilities or use up to 2 for movement during your turn. Well, we have Phantom Warriors, Immunopsychology, Ethereal, Fantastic, Physical Resistance, and Elemental Resistance. So the question becomes, how is it calculated? Right? If these guys, let's say, can we see what these guys, the opponents have sent demons against you. These ferocious close combat fighters have high elemental resistance and armor, so they take less damage from a unit's elemental attack. Try weakening their resistance with your pyromancers, or a unit which deal white damage. Can I take a look? I do like you can see all of them. 8s. Okay. So these guys are going to do 25 damage. So the question becomes, these Phantom Warriors are ethereal creatures with high physical and elemental resistances, perfect for this opponent as demons deal these types of damage. The white damage attacks bypass the opponent's elemental resistance and armor. Instead, the attacks are mitigated by their lower willpower. That's nice. But so if the demons do 25 damage, and we take half of that, yes, that's true. Right? Are we going to take 13 damage and then reduce that by 11? Or is it, alright, you're doing 25, reduce that 14, reduce that to 14, and reduce that to 7. Right? So if this calculates first, and then this kicks in, right, that's 13 minus 11, that's 2. If this kicks in first, and then this is calculated, that's 7. So, okay, we can see how far they can move next turn. Dwarven Pyromancers are masters of elemental damage and they cast fireballs from afar. They are weak in close combat, but have several useful spells at their disposal. Makes enemies more elemental damage. Armor. Free focus. Alright, hold on. A limited resource required to use certain powerful skills. A unit has always as much focus as its most expensive ability requires, further increased by the amount of bonuses. So does this... Yeah. Does this regenerate every turn? Or is it, does he only get 6 for all of combat? I think... Oh, okay, so it's left click, fireball, right click. Great. An Ice Golem is an elemental being, very good in defense and taking the brunt of most enemies' attacks. Yeah. Instead of attacking, you should guard with it so that it takes even less damage during the opponent's turn. Its Cold Snap can be used to damage and debuff enemies in the area around it, but it isn't very effective against demons. So that's my question. Is there a zone of control? This looks like a bad boy. It looks like 1 movement to here, 2 movement to here. Right? 1 movement to here, 2nd movement gets it here, we can counterattack. So if I move these guys up even 1, they will get 2 attacks. So he's going to come in on this guy. Alright, so I think... I just put all these guys into guard mode. Healing. Focus is a finite resource within a given battle, so use it wildly. Okay. So, these guys only get 6 focus for the entire fight. Again, I'm not sure I like that. So we're gonna defend. No items. End turn. So it's gonna come in. Okay. So yes, it looks like there is some form of zone control. There's 1 attack. Great. The unit just retaliated because it was attacked in melee combat. Each retaliation uses up an action. So if a unit retaliates 3 times, it can no further retaliate. It won't have any... Oh, that's interesting. On its own turn. Some abilities may confer status effects. These can be beneficial, such as protection, or harmful, such as bleeding or burning. some abilities. Right, so, right, one attack, get to counter attack. One attack, get a counter attack. Was that an AoE? It was. Okay. Oh! Well, that's annoying. So we can either do elemental weakness or grant flame armor. This is an odd system. Okay, so this is an AoE. So if I do... Sorry. Elemental weakness trigger. Oh, and then that's all I can do. Alright, so you have to attack him. Right click. A flanking attack deals increased damage and stops the opponent from retaliating against the first blows. They have to turn towards the attack first. To gain flanking, attack a unit from outside of their zone of control, indicated by the yellow markers. Activating it while extending units. Okay. Okay. Huh. I'm not sure I like this. Question. Can I rotate? Okay, no. It looks like the entire first... Okay. This is already a weird combat system. Okay. End turn. Right. Great. You're dead. Because, look, now he can only do one thing. Oh, shit. It's left click to cancel. That's gonna... We'll move these guys in here. So we can either go for... We're gonna have these guys guard. And kill these guys. Yeah, I misclicked, so I'm gonna have to get used to that. Okay. But now... Fuck. Alright, right click here. Uh-huh. It's an awkward system. Because of the way retaliation and attack works. Because of that thing, it's like, okay, if I retaliate against 3 people, I miss a turn of attacks. Alright. Sweet dreams, Gary. Oh. Ooh. You are filled with hope and a touch of confusion as your master's forces dispatch the intruders. Then another robed figure enters the picture. So usually a wave of the hand, your master's remaining forces helplessly dissolve into ash, silent cries of agony etched into their faces. The ashes scatter to the wind, and the robed figure walks towards the stairs as if nothing happened. All of a sudden, the figure turns on you, raises their hand, and the illusionary image vanishes abruptly. Did the magic end, or did the robed figure cast some kind of abjuration to prevent being spied upon? You find yourself nervously looking around for any sign that the robed figure is still there, but the tower lies empty now. Impressions of the fighting still play on your mind as you slowly walk up the dented stairway. The tower, damaged and deserted, still retains your master's presence somehow, willing you onward. Whatever happened here will not be forgotten. You are sure there is more to discover. Your master was always adept at hiding his secrets, but you are determined to uncover them, set up in the tower. You take stock. The entry hall's golden chandelier has been stolen, and the soft carpets are gone. Your master's tower was not just attacked, but also robbed, it appears. On closer inspection, there are several tracks out of the tower. Traces of torn fabrics and dropped cutlery lead to a goblin camp not far here. Thieves. So now we have a tower. So there's my domain. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.